let's talk about a book, shall we? This is the first book review I've done, and I hope to do another book review on the next book in this series, and probably the next book after that, but it still hasn't come out. This is The Land of Stories. Well, the first book, which is The Wishing Spell. And I got this the day I got The Land of Stories, The Enchantress Return, signed by Colfer, and it's so good, it's so good. I've only had time to read this one. Let's go through the 8 reasons why this is such a good book. Reason number 1. I love books, but I wouldn't say never, but I don't think I was the biggest book reader in the world. And I never used to read the original fairy tales, because Disney. And the beauty about this is I didn't know about the Little Mermaid and how she died. Like, the truth of the fairy tales come out in this, and it's gorgeous. Reason numero 2. I happen to be starting to read this, and I was introduced by somebody at a store. I was telling him about this book because some string reminded me of just fairy tales in general, because this is based off of fairy tales, and I was introduced to Once Upon a Time at the same time. So it was just the beauty of how different people interpret different things, and the way that different minds create different things. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing, especially when it comes to fairy tales like these. It's wow. Oh, I'm sorry, what? I can't. Oh, you want reason number 3? Well, here it is. Colfer is a beautiful person with a beautiful mind. Oh yeah, this is reason number 4. These characters, they're just perfect. All of them are so well crafted, and it's so very easy to understand them and get to know them extremely well. Extremely Red Riding Hood, who's kind of conceited, which I understand that. Even though I'm not conceited, I don't think so. But I understand the characters very well, which I usually don't read books. This is the first book I've read for like years that isn't one of those books that you're forced to read when you're in school. So it's an extremely good story. Reason number 5! I'm sorry for the spoilers. I can't help myself. Who would have thought that the big bad wolf had kids? And who would have thought that Goldilocks is so beast? Reason number 6. This was not an easy book to guess what was happening. It took me until the walking frog to start thinking, maybe their father is from this world, and maybe he did the same exact thing, and maybe their mom is the person in the journal that he wanted to find and marry and make beautiful babies. 7! And yes, there's only 8 reasons because 10 reasons is too mainstream. Another reason why I love this book so much is the fact that it has, even though Chris did an amazing job describing where the kingdoms are and all that, I love visuals. I am a very visual person. And he has this beautiful map that he also has in the Enchantress Returns. I don't know if the first edition of this book has it, because this is the paperback, which I hope I can get one day, but this is still beautiful because of that reason. Not because of that reason, but it makes it so much more beautiful. He has the map. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Reason number 8. Probably the reason why I love this book so much. In a lot of books, there's the extremely cheesy romance, and that extremely cheesy romance is throughout the whole book. At least those are the books I've read, or whatchamacallit. And even though there was a slight romance in this, it wasn't terribly, when are they gonna stop? And that's probably one of the reasons why I ended up finishing this book very proudly, and why I'm reading the second part of this series, which is taking me a while. So yeah, those are the 8 reasons. So yeah, that's basically it. Maybe in a couple of months, or maybe next month, I'll have the second book finished, but I'm also reading The Fault in Our Stars. So keep an eye out for that one, because I'm enjoying that one way too much. I read 3 chapters, then I cry, or I get angry, or I laugh. I need to stop, close the book, and then I keep reading. So slowly I'm getting through that one, but it is a beautiful book. So I'll see you on Thursday, because hopefully there's going to be another music video out, without me, but with Miley, and maybe someone else, but I don't know yet, because I'm busy. Bye everyone, love you babies.